Tuesday in the world of staffless practice over here in New Jersey, in the beautiful Pittstown, New Jersey. And today what we're going to talk about is really why I quit, why I had enough of having enough of having enough, and what I did instead. Let me first say that if you're watching us on YouTube, please hit the bell and follow me so that you get an announcement every time I go live. Okay, so let's get into it. I think most of you know me. My name's Dr. Jody Dinnerman, and I'm a self-proclaimed expert mistake maker and solution creator, and I've been in practice as a wellness pediatric and prenatal chiropractor for over 21 years. I just had my anniversary and I thought it was 22 years and then I realized it was 21. So that happened. And here's what happened in practice. I got to a point, this really did happen. I got to a point where I was putting so much money and time and energy into trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. So I would be the square peg in this scenario, and the round hole would be the way that I thought I should practice. And I thought practice should look like managing a big team, seeing a certain number of people each week in my practice, showing up at a certain time, leaving at a certain time, and following these systems that never really resonated with me. They didn't feel good. They didn't feel authentic to what I wanted. And what I didn't realize at the time, because what happened is I got burnt out. I got really tired. And quite frankly, I wasn't very healthy at the time. And I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I hit a wall. And I see this happen all the time now. And I'm going to explain why to you in a hot minute. So what I realized was that I have a specific set of values, right? We've been talking about core values for a few days now. And my values of freedom and integrity and abundance and joy, all of those things were not being respected because I was doing things that weren't true and right for me and the way that I wanted to practice. I didn't want to spend 50% of my day at the office managing people. I wanted to go to my office to serve great care, to make the world better through chiropractic. Because in my understanding and my belief, that's exactly what I do when I adjust people. I didn't want to focus on the checklist that wasn't done or payroll or who said what to whom. It wasn't where I wanted my brain to be. I wanted my brain to be, how can I serve this baby or this pregnant woman or this family the best care possible so that they can go and live their life in their most optimized expression, right? That's what I truly believe with every fiber of my being I do as a chiropractor. And my time, I didn't feel like I was doing that. I felt like I had become a manager and I don't like managing. So I had to figure it out. I had to figure out how to serve my craft, which I love. It's like air to me. I need it. I love chiropractic. I had to figure out how to continue to serve, but do it totally differently, totally opposite of the way that I was trying to do it, because what I was trying to do was not working. Okay, if you want to know more about this, I'm going to tell you that this Thursday, I'm giving a totally free training on how to increase your practice by 30% in the next 90 days without wasting time. Don't waste the time that I wasted. Okay, please learn from my mistakes. So this training is at 11 a.m. Eastern on Thursday, and you'll see the link in the description below. Okay, so what did I do? I figured out how to deal with all of the things that was requiring a person to manage so that I didn't have to have staff in the office when I was serving, because it truly was becoming a distraction for me. I figured out how to deal with the phone, how to deal with new clients in an authentic way where they truly got the message of what I was trying to explain to them. How many times has a new practice member left your office and you thought to yourself, man, I think I missed it. I don't think I gave them the message that I wanted to give them. I don't think that they got it. right? I had to figure out how to ensure that they got it without having staff do 50% of that, right? I had to figure it out because, again, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I knew that there could be a better way for me to do the practice thing. So I did. I figured it out. And that was the birth of the Staffless Practice Success System, which is very step-by-step, copy-paste, implementable system to running a practice without staff or with staff who only does what they're really good at doing, right? How many times have you hired somebody who comes to the office and just watches the phone? They just sit there and wait for the phone to ring. And maybe they're reading Oprah or Newsweek while maybe even they're reading a magazine that totally contradicts the message of your office sitting at the front desk. Maybe even they're eating Burger King while they're doing that and you're working in a wellness practice. You guys, I've seen it all. I've seen it all. I've heard it all at this point. So what I did is I created this system. And it's a very clearly laid out system of running a practice without staff or with staff who only does what they're great at doing. We have a lot of people in our world who, in the Staffless Practice Success System, who have their staff move through our program because the program and the systems that we're offering, it truly allows us as wellness practitioners to respect our values. I quit. I gave up. I no longer had what it took to go against the grain every time I walked into my office. I no longer wanted to be at my office an hour after my last practice member left, managing the checklist or the to-do list that my team member, was trying. Granted, the people who I have had the honor of working with over the past 20 years are brilliant. They're incredible. I'm just not a manager. You guys see the difference there, right? So if you're not a manager and you're a wellness practitioner and you want to figure out how to do things without staff, follow my lead. I'm going to take you there. Follow my lead by this Thursday at 11, free training. Okay, and again, the free training link is in the description below. I'm also going to tell you that we have an entire online school. I don't know if you guys know that. If you're watching this in my student group, just pretend I'm not talking to you. Okay. So our school currently is called Soup School, soon to be rebranded the Staffless Practice Academy. We have 2 seats that just opened, and if one of them is yours, let me know. So here's the thing. If one of them is yours, just shoot me a text, and I'll give you all the details. And there's my cell number. Okay. So my message to you this morning is this. If you have a clear picture of what your values are, your core values, the things that make you tick, and you feel that what you're currently doing is going against the grain and not honoring those values with their highest good. So here are my values: authenticity, abundance, integrity, joy, connection, honesty. Right? So I have those values. They're like sitting on the shelf right there, and I have them. And if anything that I'm doing in my practice or in my personal life doesn't hold up to those values, I got to make some changes, you guys, right? So look at your practice. If one of your core values is family and making sure you're at the dinner table every evening with your family, but you're staying at the office 2 hours past your last patient leaving or your last client leaving, something needs to change, right? And I'm telling you right now, I have the systems to help you change that. And it's exciting. It's really fun because it works really well for me. So shoot me a text if you want one of the 2 seats that we have open for the Staffless Practice Success System. Join me this Thursday at 11 a.m. for it's an hour-long training. I give you complete permission to copy and paste all of the content in this training. It's real deal implementable solutions in this training. At the end of it, I give you my best share on what we're currently offering. And if you're already one of my students or in my circle or not at all interested in grabbing a seat to the Staffless Practice Success System School, then you just leave early. Not a big deal. I'm still giving you a ton of great content. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'm loving you guys from here. Enjoy the day.